I mean, get off my car before you flip it over, you fat...
Tony Soprano shouldn't be attractive. He's overweight, violent, and married. And yet women can't resist him. Here's why. Tony Soprano is hardly a Calvin Klein model, and James Gandolfini, for all his skill, was never cast in life insurance commercials for his jawline. Yet, episode after episode, the women line up.
All I'm saying is no marriage is perfect.
Well, having that Kumar on the side helps.
Mistresses, strippers, emotionally unwell side projects. The man accumulates lovers like some people collect novelty mugs. To dismiss this as a simple case of it's television is to ignore the deliberate psychology that went into crafting one of television's most paradoxical sex symbols. On paper, the attraction seems absurd.
Who do you think you are? I'm the person who says how things go. That's who I think I am.
He's overweight, balding, and carries himself with the elegance of a man bulldozing through a Sunday buffet. His idea of foreplay resembles dropping a tree trunk on top of his partner and grunting his way through the encounter. Yet his sheer physicality, towering height, imposing mass, and a face that manages to be both intimidating and oddly handsome, does much of the heavy lifting. Tony Soprano doesn't need to be conventionally beautiful. He radiates dominance, and that, for many, is enough.
That's why he's been so adamant, because Soprano is very high up.
Power, after all, is the great aphrodisiac. The show repeatedly underlines that women are not flocking to Tony for candlelit dinners or whispered sonnets. They are drawn in by his ability to command a room, silence a rival, and decide fates with a raised eyebrow. He's wealthy, infamous, and feared. And if he singles someone out, the implication is clear: she must be special.
By the way, Patsy, coat went over big. She loved it.
Add the trappings of tailored suits, when he bothers, expensive gifts, and the kind of swagger only a mob boss can summon, and suddenly the man who sweats through every meal looks less like a schlub and more like Jersey royalty. It also helps that his romantic roster is carefully curated by the writers.
Who was that woman tonight at the restaurant?
I decorated.
Most of Tony's conquests are unstable, vulnerable, or professionally invested in pleasing men. Strippers with childhood trauma, emotionally fragile women, depressed housewives teetering on the edge, these are not symbols of healthy self-esteem. The show repeatedly makes clear that Tony is not luring well-adjusted women with long-term goals and excellent therapists.
Jennifer, it's Gloria Trillo.
It takes a Gloria or an Arena, women defined by their volatility, low self-worth, or desperation, to accept the role of disposable mistress to a violent, married mobster.
I'm getting married. Did you know?
You told me.
The one notable exception, Svetlana, famously shrugged him off after a casual fling, puncturing his ego by making clear he was little more than an itch to be scratched. Still, Tony's appeal cannot be dismissed as a mere byproduct of damaged women. Many female viewers admit to finding Gandolfini, and Tony by extension, irresistible, particularly in the show's early seasons. He is, paradoxically, more attractive as Tony Soprano than as James Gandolfini himself. The transformation speaks volumes about the actor's brilliance.
Hey, you bless it, I'll eat it.
She's not coming. Started crying and hung up.
She needs a purpose in life.
Gandolfini imbues Tony with charm, humor, and bursts of surprising sweetness. One moment he's ordering a beating, the next he's cracking a joke, rubbing his daughter's cheek, or carrying Carmela in his arms. That whiplash between brutality and tenderness makes him dangerously magnetic. It's not just bad boy energy, it's the fantasy of taming the beast.
Sweetie pie, I'm hungry. Tony, where are you going?
Women in the show, and in real life, are often seduced by this contradiction. They see the mob boss who could crush them, but they also see flashes of vulnerability, intelligence, and humor.
Well, with today's pharmacology, no one needs to suffer.
It creates the illusion that under the layers of violence and gluttony lies a man who can be understood, maybe even fixed. The Sopranos understood the timeless truth. Plenty of women love a project. Tony Soprano is the ultimate fixer-upper. It's also worth noting the mechanics of desire are different across genders.
I mean, get off my car before you flip it over, you fat fuck.
Men, conditioned to value looks first, often look at Tony and see only a fat, balding guy.
You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior.
Women, on the other hand, are more attuned to power, status, confidence, and charisma. Tony is a walking case study in those qualities. He doesn't need to be the best-looking man in the room because he is the most powerful man in the room. And that power translates directly into sexual capital.
I mean, the game. You think I can take these guys or what? Davey, this isn't a game for you.
As one might put it, David Scatino had money, but nobody wanted him. Tony had power, and women lined up.
Oh, look at that. It's like an ad for a fucking weight loss.
By the later seasons, the shine wears thin. Both Gandolfini and Tony physically decline, and the character grows uglier on the inside as well. The charm that once offset his violence curdles into something repulsive, even for some of his staunch admirers.
Listen, I just wanted to apologize. That night, so free for dinner?
His affairs become less glamorous, his appetite more grotesque, his charisma dimmed by paranoia and cruelty. He remains attractive to women in-universe, but for viewers, the magnetic pull often gives way to revulsion. In the end, Tony Soprano is less an Italian stallion than a cautionary tale about the dark allure of toxic masculinity.
So silly. Not even sure what happened.
And yet the pattern persists, both on-screen and off.
I find powerful men around.
Women are drawn to power the way men are drawn to beauty. Charisma, money, and confidence can eclipse waistlines and receding hairlines every time. The bear-like stature, the dangerous edge, the confidence bordering on arrogance, all of it converges into a figure who, however objectively unappealing, becomes impossible to ignore. The show's genius lies in making viewers wrestle with that contradiction. How can someone so grotesque be so compelling?
The truth is that Tony's desirability is not accidental or implausible. It's a carefully engineered portrait of masculine allure in its most corrupt form.
Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't have any options, because you got friends.
He is dangerous but protective, funny but ruthless, tender but manipulative. Women in his orbit may be unstable, but they aren't blind. They see what audiences see, a man who is powerful, confident, and larger than life. Strip away the mafia context and replace it with a corporate boardroom, and the same man would still be surrounded by admirers. Power translates across all industries.
I used to fuck your husband.
So, why do so many women sleep with Tony Soprano? The answer is both simple and unsettling. Because he's powerful, because he's charismatic, because he's dangerous, because he makes them feel chosen, and because James Gandolfini, against all odds, made that combination undeniably sexy. Not the makings of a varsity athlete, perhaps, but the makings of a strangely enduring sex symbol. Looks fade, power lasts. And hitting that subscribe button, that's real power.